Hello, Eric. My name is Ted from the Lead Beacon. I'm a marketer here in New York. I just wanted to send you this quick video. I had spoken to your office yesterday about taking an evaluation of your website, what's going good, what might not be going good, some opportunities. So I just want to dive right into it. We try to help companies like yours gain more traction, more affordable leads every month from Google and digital media. So we'll get right into what Google looks for and what I'm seeing when I evaluate what your website is. So first thing Google looks for is content. Content is the story that your website tells. It's what kind of work you do, who you do it for, where you do it, those kinds of things. Specific content is more effective. So we call them keywords. It's very important to have a lot of keywords on your site. So when somebody searches, for example, level 2 car charger Manhattan, that embedded in your site are these words that Google is very confident that you do the things that these people are searching for. So content's very important. We've found that typically if you get 1,500 words with a lot of high intent keywords, high intent means that something people are actually trying to buy, not just trying to learn about electric or things like this. People that are shopping, that Google's going to send many more of these leads, to you. You're in the biggest market, so there's hundreds and thousands of searches every single month. So you want to get the biggest piece of that as you can from your website. So content's number one. Your content, not to knock it. You have a word count, probably 350, 400 words on your site. Like I said, 1,500 is where we want to be able to embed those keywords. So your homepage should be around 1,500 words. I like that you do have a call to action first thing. I think that you should have some more options up top about service areas, types of service. It's kind of generic. This is not a site that Google is going to find via content. Just pick one of your competitors who's getting a lot more leads than you, same area. Now this guy has content, not a ton. He could certainly triple this and probably triple his leads or double his leads at least. He's doing some other tactics that are getting him some more leads than you're getting, but this is just one of your competitors. I just picked somebody locally. So content's the first thing. The second thing we look for is directories. We call them citations, but they're directories. It's Yelp and Angie's Leads and Angie's List and Better Business Bureau and all these people that collect your name, address, and phone number. It's very important to be on a lot of those to have your name and address exactly the same, exactly spelled exactly the same. Like if it's on your Google business profile, you want it to be, if it's your address is ST period, you do not want it to be spelled out street in some areas. So it's very important to keep those things very, very concise. I've been doing some searches. So you're popping up here. You have 38 reviews, great 5-star reviews. I would love to see that to be, 300 to 500. Getting leads, getting reviews keeps you in this area. You have a great name for a Google search, so it's nice to see that. The problem with this is with only 38 leads, you could be pushed out quite easy. So people are finding you on the map pack, which is good because a lot of people are shopping that way. And you're coming up here. I apologize, I'm working on my laptop, so I did not do it in incognito mode, which I typically like to do because it's going to give me a fresh set of eyes on this. This is pulling up information that might not be completely accurate for your business. So so your website is different. So there's a couple of different companies named the same thing, but what we're really going to get into is the backlinks now. Backlinks are other websites that point to your website. It's a popularity contest on Google. So if you have a ton of high authority sites, pointing back at your site saying, yeah, this guy installs car chargers, this guy replaces panels, or just has your name on their site in general, pointing back to you, it very much increases your authority on Google. Google's going to be very confident to give you these leads. Let me jump over to your site. So backlinks, when I look at your backlinks, you have 70 backlinks currently, but they're very, very low rating, 0.2, less than 1. We like to see these at 40% overall, or more. When I go onto your backlinks, you have some with some authority, but there's a lot of very low authority ones, which they just consider spam. It gives you a number to the backlink, but it does not give your site any credibility. So that Google is not going to point any more of these leads to you because it really doesn't. It doesn't have faith that these other sites that are pointing to you make any sense. So when I look at your site, because of the lack of content and the not so great backlinks, you only have 2 organic keywords on your site, and it's only generating 16 clicks, real people clicking, intent people clicking on your site per month. You're in one of the greatest markets possible, so we'd love to see that much higher. I'll give you one of the competitor that we were looking at before. He's only got 131 backlinks. They're a little stronger, and he's got a couple of really strong ones. Like 5 really strong backlinks will outperform 500 terrible ones. So when we look at some of his, he'll have a bunch in the 90s, 90s. These high performing ones really help you a lot. What we do is we try to get you on all of his same backlinks plus more. So with his little bit more content, with his little bit more backlinks, but much better backlinks and the citations, he's coming out at 62 keywords, but 237 clicks per month. So the difference between 16 clicks per month and 237 is hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue. For even if not every click turns into a lead, but with a nice website, you're getting buyer intent people to your sites. That's dozens and dozens and dozens of leads per month. And I don't know what your close rate is, but I'm guessing, in residential, and you're probably at, 40-50%. I don't know what hundreds of leads per month means to you, but it means a whole lot of money and a whole lot of opportunity. These people are already looking. They're just finding him instead of finding you. So helping them find you is what I can help with. I'm going to try and keep this short. I'm at 8 minutes now. I just wanted to give you an overview. Please take a look at it. Thank you for hanging in here if you hang in, and give me a call or an email. I'd be glad to discuss this with you. We can really help you gain a lot of business. Bye.